Hello, 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 and welcome to episode 19 of Once Upon a Game. My name is Eric. My pronouns are he, they, and this is a special game tonight. This is a playtest of a game that I've been working on with Luke and a couple other design people. And by a couple, I mean a lot of design people because we're all one big happy family, and Kai just dropped as soon as we went live.
Oh,
Or her laptop probably just crashed.
oh
Yeah,
no.
so that's awesome. That's cool. While we wait for Kai to rejoin us, this is Once Upon a Game. This is a role-playing game show where there's no prizes to win except for feeling sad. It's where most games go. That's your prize for playing. Hey, yeah, very professional. We test these things out rigorously. And Kai might have frozen again. It was like working. Oh, maybe. It was genuinely working perfect for 15 minutes, and then the moment
It was.
it's cool.
Everything was fine.
Things fall apart. It's very apropos because this game tonight we're gonna be playing is about things falling apart. Hey. Oh, it just like starts and then dies. Hey. A little bit. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Now it's stable.
Go. Nope. Yeah.
Oh, no.
No.
Goodbye. Yeah. It's so bizarre.
Let's see.
Yeah, what happened? Is it your internet, Kai? Anything we can do?
Um.
Yeah.
That's great. You're on right now.
Yeah, and now it's slow and blurry and frozen again. That's so weird. I promise everybody, like I promise, this thing was working fine for 15 minutes straight, and then something wicked has come. Try to burn it down and restart everything. Yeah, we might, maybe. So stand by.
This is a compelling viewing experience.
Yeah, it's a very compelling. The game is about whether or not Kai can play with us. So the point of Ozymandias is that it infects one person with the inability to do. No. Let's see. Wanted to do at least the introductions. Oh, well, while we're waiting then, Elle, how about you tell us about yourself?
Hi, I'm Elle. I use these pronouns. I thought it was going to be my internet that was going to ruin this, but it hasn't yet.
Oh. Yay. Oh, well, that happens. Trying to see if there's anything I can do on my end. so I wanted to explain the game just real quick on a conceptual level, but I would love it if Kai was here to hear it as well. But I have no problem repeating it for her, and then for everyone who's wondering what the hell's going on. So this is Once Upon a Game, where it's a role-playing game place where show where we feel bad with one-shots. Generally, we play these super light rules-light games, very like narrative-forward style experiences, typically revolving around emotional torment. So that's kind of our bag.
It's a lot easier to write a game that's about being sad than a game that's like going from happy to sad than a game about going towards being happy.
It's true.
BFF is about being happy and friends.
Yeah, BFF kind of nails it. That's a really good point. Yeah, oh boy. Okay, I could talk forever about BFF. Honestly, its charm system, everything. It's so amazing. Oh my god, the song, the Kickstarter song.
It's so good.
It's everything. Okay, so we're gonna have we have 5 minutes to kill as Kai's computer restarts. Yeah. So yeah. So this game and oh wait, that was not 5 minutes.
No. But
woo!
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything is choice. Everything is back to where it was.
What a relief.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
Hey, we were just bantering around, trying to buy you time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. We did a little bit of the, what is Once Upon a Game, a little bit of Elle's introductions, and what about you, Kai?
My name is Kai. I use she, her pronouns, and I don't have any Twitter. So
yeah,
that's about that.
Perfect then. Excellent. Cool. So, as always, with Once Upon a Game, when we play, we're strangers, more or less. We should feel like that, because sometimes games, when you're playing with friends really close, and you know someone extremely well and stuff like that, that's oftentimes when things could actually go horribly awry, right? Because you take people for granted. So just always remember, don't take things for granted. We play with lines and veils. We're people playing a game first, right? We're spending our time. In fact, you two are taking time out of your life to come playtest a game that I made. That's how you're spending your Wednesday. You're not sure what kind of experience you're going to do, and that's just remarkably special. So I really appreciate you guys doing that. Yeah, but I just want to make sure that we remember we are people first, and then game second. So let's be careful, be vigilant. Lines and veils are in effect. X card is in effect. If there's anything that needs to be addressed, we have our Zoom group chat. We have, obviously, we can use our voices together. Just any way that you feel comfortable communicating these types of things, regardless of what it is. It's there. It's the fire extinguisher in the room. We should always recognize it's there. And then with that, we've done introductions. I guess I'll talk about Ozymandias and get ready to do a playtest. So, Ozymandias. From a high concept level, it's basically a map drawing, civilization making game where we're going to build this map. We're going to create civilizations that inhabit this map and their relationships with each other, and get into how complicated they are in the world. We're going to influence the world as our civilizations grow. And then we're going to decide on which one of these civilizations of this age is sort of the golden age, the one that ascended the highest, or maybe went to the lowest, just the one that we all agree on, yeah, they probably changed the world more than anyone else. And they get to do that a little bit more. And then they also get to decide how the world ends, because this age is not, no age is set to last forever, right? So so then they're going to have to destroy the world, and then when the world gets destroyed, we rebuild from the ashes in the next age. Okay? That's sort of the high concept level of what we're doing. Just so we know. To begin, we're going to start developing a palette of terrain that we want to fill in this hex map. This on Roll20, this hex map is kind of like an isometric hex map. So you can kind of draw on it. So here, we should just, before we start drawing, kind of like we should discover what kind of terrain we want to see in this game. With 3 people, we should maybe come up with like 2 apiece. We don't have to do it entirely at the same time, but I like to play this in a way that everyone, you begin with who was the last person or the person who most recently went to a history museum? Or art.
Oh, I went
to an art museum 3 weeks ago. 3.5 weeks.
Okay. That beats me.
I've been to a lot of chateaus in the last 2 weeks, but they're sort of museums. Yeah, it's probably me.
Historical sites. Okay.
Yeah, some of them had art exhibits and some of them had history.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's perfect. Art and history. Yeah, the double whammy. All right, Kai, you have secured yourself the person who gets to go first here. Tell us what kind of terrain you want. Some examples of terrain from the rules that we give is kind of like foggy grasslands, lonely deserts, craggy badlands, vast tundras, floating islands, primordial slime. Yeah, this is a sword and sorcery game, so we can go kind of wild.
Okay. Well, I think for my first one, I'm not going to go that wild. I want just rolling hills.
Sure.
Not here where I am. It's almost always brown, so I want it green.
Okay. Rolling hills. In order of cams, L.
Give me some taiga.
Mm-hmm. You want to qualify the taiga, or is it just taiga? Like vast, or
I think like
perpetually starlit, or something.
Like elevated.
Elevated taiga. You guys are all up on these hills and this elevated taiga. Well, I'm picking dried seabed or ocean bed, actually, because that sounds cooler. Cool. Let's start kind of claiming some of this map here. So the idea here is that we're going to be placing about 10 or so of these tiles with this terrain. We can either like color code it, you can do a symbol, you could write text of it, or you could draw. Whichever way, how we want to do this for our world here.
Okay.
I'd like to do color because I think that's easiest at a glance, but I have flux on really high, so I'll let you know if there are colors that I can't tell apart on my screen.
Okay, good to know.
And so it was 10 total?
Yeah.
Or 10 for the first round?
Total.
Okay. Who goes first?
It's to you. And if you want, maybe like we could yeah, okay, you're already doing it. Perfect. And then you just want to like grab that and copy and paste that and all the other ones.
How many?
I mean about 10 or so, wherever you want it.
Oh, so 10 per type.
Yeah, per terrain type. Yeah, and they should be contiguous.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all. Yeah.
Yeah. I will work on copy pasting. Let's see. So that's
Is that color of orange going to be a problem?
You could make that a little bit darker. That'd
Sure.
be easier for me to see.
Sure. That orange. Okay.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, cool. 1, 2.
I guess I'm just gonna color them in, but that's okay.
Oh, okay.
They're not really copy pasting well for me.
Oh yeah, it might be a GM thing.
That's okay. I think it will be nice to do a simple color in.
Oh yeah, because I could do it if you just wanted to mark them.
Okay, they're marked with
Yes.
like a
Yeah. Of course, the Grassland Ferris wheel that builds our world.
Oops. Well, that's the wrong color, but if you want to fill it in on that one.
Totally. All right. L. Okay, cool.
Okay. I should make this thicker if possible.
Mhm.
There we go. I'm gonna put this taiga.
Oh yeah. Ash is here in chat. Hi Ash. I hope you're doing well. They mentioned the second box in the color screen is the fill color, and so if you drew around, it would just fill in the thing.
That's right. Thank you, Ash. I don't love how it reverts to your default color as soon as you click away.
It's not doing the
There
thing.
we go. Okay, that's 10.
Okay. This is my dried seabed. And cool. So now we can go around again and come up with a little bit more terrain just to finish this up. This one doesn't have to be necessarily 10 because obviously we don't have 10. But this is just kind of to shore up the rest of the place. It could also even be a little less formal if we want to do it this step. If you're like, oh, it would be really cool if this had mountains, or it would be really cool if something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anything that like this map needs that we're looking at right now.
We have something elevated, we have something low, but I would like something, what's the right word? Not cliffs, down.
Caves?
Not valleys. No, chasms?
Chasms.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think 10 might be a bit much, but I think some chasms would be fun. Hey, a seashell.
So is that sort of like are chasms so like kind of like a canyon kind of thing?
Yes, but like a canyon, I picture it as more singular, and chasms maybe there's just
Multiple.
Yeah, kind of. There's not much land in between.
Like the shattered plains in the Way of Kings.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Got it.
I'm picturing I'm picturing more from Red Mars.
Oh, okay, okay.
Like some of the different, just again, shattered is a really good word actually, L. But like, just very busted up, lots of shadowy places.
Yeah.
So I'll pick actually my default color is pretty good. So I'll put in some of those once you guys have yours.
Okay. I think I don't know. I'm gonna think about it a little bit longer. What are you thinking, Al?
I was thinking some like cave systems, but that's underground, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, what would be above ground then?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna draw some mountains because I think there should be some. Actually, I'm gonna draw some volcanoes because there definitely should be volcanoes.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna start drawing a couple mountains. Oops.
I mean, caves can be under mountains. Caves can be underneath lots of things.
Caves can be under the seabed.
Yeah.
Oh, I should give this a color other than black. I'll do gray. Oops. My grouping has broken. That's fine. Doop.
So these are not contiguous. The volcanoes.
No, they are not. Well said. My grouping thing is just like not working. Super weird.
That's frustrating.
Good enough. What else?
I'm gonna put a not dried ocean on here full of like scattered isles.
Oh yeah. So not even like an archipelago.
Yeah. Like more separated than that.
Hmm.
See if I can figure out which of these colors is close to blue.
Nope, wrong color.
All right.
So on the sheet, it says that the hexes have to be contiguous.
Yeah, but we're also filling in spaces now.
Okay.
We're kind of like rounding out stuff, so it's
All right.
yeah. The next part of the rules is like decide together what any unfilled hexes are, and that's kind of what we're doing right now.
Okay.
So we have this ocean bed that's dry, and then we also come to this shattered plane. So what intersects there? You know, if you guys, what if it's elevated taiga? Like, what if it also extends down to here? Like, it like breaks the world in two.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. I first had some chasms right up to it, but I was like, I don't think that makes any sense, but I like this.
Then the rolling hills extend down a little bit.
Yeah. Perfect. Cool. We have our map. Excellent. All right. Kai,
Yes.
you get to tell us at this part of the game a little bit of information about this age that we're in. All right. So this is the first stage of the game. So I'm going to.
What about the rivers?
Oh yeah, rivers. Thank you. I jumped ahead.
Yeah. I was looking at it.
What about the rivers? Yeah, where do the rivers go from here? Do they like flow off from the taiga down into the ocean?
Yeah, I think that like the taiga and the volcanoes are probably the highest points on this map.
And they are always like cascading down into the into the shattered plains, but it's not like they're filling up somehow.
Yeah.
So do we draw them or do we just
Oh no, we can draw them.
Okay. I'm gonna get an extra large brush. So I think there are 3 rivers and 2 bodies of water, or in 1 body of water, which is the sea full of islands that Elle talked about.
Yeah. So yeah, from the volcanoes into the archipelago.
Yeah. Oops. Am I drawing? Oh, I'm filling in. 1 second. Come on. Got this, roll 20. I think that color I chose.
If you're looking for transparent, that's at the lower right hand. Oh, you got it.
Yeah. It just took a minute to get it to set. Okay, so I said there's 2. Oh, and then 1 goes into the
You don't mind, I'm also doodling on top of the other terrains. That's cool. Shattered plains.
Yeah, this one doesn't get to the sea, I think.
Oh. Yeah, it feeds into one of the chasms.
Yeah. I guess
that's cool.
This other one is going through them, but somehow that one makes it to the sea, I guess.
Yeah.
Did I say 2 rivers or 3? I think I said 2.
I think I said 2.
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
Want 1 more? Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So our map making part of forming the terrain is I think about done now. I think we're good here. And now we're ready to go over and do some stuff with the age. So before I jump the gun, as I was saying, it is the first age. And before we come up with a name, Kai, we have designated that you are going first. So could you roll a d10 for us and then tell us what spirit defines this age?
I would love to.
A 10.
Competition and struggle, striving to match each other's accomplishments.
Cool. I like that. Do we so this is an age of competition and struggle, right? Do you have a cool name for this age? Or do you want to think on it a little bit?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm always slow with names.
Yeah. That's fair. It might come a little bit later. But yeah, giving the name of the age something is usually Yeah, something evocative eventually.
I drew a river on accident. If you would like to take care of that down in the second or third age space.
Where?
At the bottom, over one of the
I'm
civilization sheets.
I'm like hella zoomed in. Okay.
Yeah, I was too, and I was trying to zoom, but instead, just drew a line.
Sure. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so for the meantime, I will circle or underline that we've chosen. Or we have rolled. Oh my god, extra large, get out of here. Okay. Cool. Then now, the next step to do here, still think about the name, but in the meantime, we're going to start drawing what our civilization's borders are going to be. This is kind of like any sort of like hex civilization-y kind of game. You would draw like between the hexes and you would just claim some stuff. You might be wondering that, well, how can you make borders for something you don't know yet? I know. You're going to let the borders and help define what actually lives in them. So pick the parts of this map that you think are cool. We suggest about 80% of the map should be covered by the end of this. And so we're all going to pick one civilization here. So, Kai, you're going first.
Okay.
This is your time for the age for the stuff. So
the leftmost civilization sheet is mine.
Yeah, that would be yours. And then go ahead up on the map, kind of draw around a perimeter, claiming sort of like your civilization's borders.
Okay.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have to be the terrain that you chose. Just pick the coolest parts of the map.
Okay. I'm going to use this yellow. How's that yellow, L? That's pretty thin.
I have no idea where you drew it.
Same.
Down below the archipelagos.
Cannot see it. I mean, can faintly see it.
Okay.
But
not use yellow. Or not that yellow. This brown.
That's good.
Okay. So I will then just draw, like I drew the rivers in between.
Yep, exactly.
All right. Don't fall. Great. As I drag the thing around, I'm making some fun lines for you to delete. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. So it's a lot of seabed and a little tiny bit of rolling hills and one volcano.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You can barely see it, but yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Can you just retrace it with a thicker line?
Yeah.
Cool. L?
Okay. Let me just make sure. Okay, that's visible. Nope, I just drew another one.
I gotcha.
Thank you. Oh, now I have to find that color again because I clicked off. Okay, there we go. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Wow. You got a lot of stuff.
Little bit of everything except for seabed and volcanoes.
Perfect. Then I'm going to take the middle area. I'm going to pick a purple. I'm going to kind of follow the river and take up those 2 volcanoes. Or, well, actually just 1 volcano. I'm like a land between 2 rivers. Folk. Cool. Awesome. Our borders have been determined. All right. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go down to our civilization sheets below. Oh, I love that you use it as a color code with the border. That's super smart.
Thank you.
I'll take the far right one.
Okay.
Okay.
We all boxed in different parts of it.
Perfect. We're all different civilizations. We'll have our own style, all right? It's fine. Cool. So, there's a couple things we're going to do with our civilizations here. Now that we have our spots here, the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be coming up with how they relate to the spirit of the age, right? So each civilization has a sort of stance towards this age of competition, right? Yeah. And so your choices are, you can either have your civilization embrace the age, meaning they exemplify it, right? They disregard it, which means that they are doing something else entirely, right? It may not even be antagonizing against it, right? It might just be something else, but they just do not follow it. And then the third one is more of an active opposition to the age, almost like a defiant-y style challenge to the age. Cool. And we all chose?
I put a name for the age, but not the other thing yet. Oh yeah, everyone did box something different. That's funny.
No problem.
These people disregard it.
Yeah.
The 2 civilizations that don't touch are both disregarding the competition.
And
listen, I got a bunch of beach people.
All right. Cool. The next question is, what is your most important settlement? And then draw it on the map.
Whoops.
All right. Mine is Kakisman, and it is a... Oh yeah, it's definitely a city built on the edge of, like right on the volcano.
Whoop, that's too big.
Okay.
Oh boy, that just was like scribbles. That doesn't actually help anything.
I'm gonna put mine right on the edge of 3 kinds of terrain. If I can ever. Oh my god. Oh, that's great. The pencil is offset by like.
Oh no.
An inch? That's exciting. Very exciting. Let's try this. Nope. Rotate. Would you like to delete my X again? Or just move it into my rightmost Rolling Hills X? Yeah, but a little closer to the corner where the river is. Like right on the border. A good safe place.
Got it.
Thanks.
Cool. Cool. All right. We are getting ready to now make our civilizations, right? So we are continuing to come up with some stuff for our civilization, like, you know, maybe its name, the name of its most important settlement, and then the next thing we're going to be doing before we start coming up with our relationships is choosing whether or not we are competitive, skillful, or learned as a civilization. And depending on which one we choose a different composition of sort of positive and maybe possibly, I don't know, they're all kind of positive traits for your civilization. Because it's the first age, there's no other civilizations before us to steal from, unless you want to like fictionally say that like they took this from people who lived here before, kind of thing. But our camera won't ever go to that past. We stop here. Just so I can like talk and do it, I'm gonna say that I'm definitely picking competitive. It's the spirit of competition, and we embrace the age. So I'm going to be choosing 2 from might, 1 from rights, and 1 from wealth. So people who may not be able to read the chat, or like read people in chat who may not be able to read all the different options. I'm not going to read them all out, but to give you guys an idea, give everyone an idea of what's sort of on here, right? Under might, you have things like peerless archers, their vast armadas, their arcane might and machinery, their impenetrable fortifications, rights. Their rights are their Byzantine codes of law, their rituals to their gods, their vigilance against witchcraft and magics. And then wealth is like their far-reaching trade routes, their open borders and generous hospitality, or like their awe-inspiring architecture. So I'm choosing might though, and I'm gonna pick. Oh yeah, that's perfect.
What are you thinking, Al?
I've chosen skillful.
Okay, that's good. I was kind of leaning towards learned, and
Okay. When everyone's done picking their stuff, then we'll begin kind of sharing a quick little overview, right? Give them a name and then tell us all about your civilization and what options you chose. And then once we all done that, we're going to go into our relationship phase and figuring out the connections between the three of us.
Okay. I think I've got it.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, Kai, for this age, you are kind of leading the charge. So how about you tell us first about your civilization? What's their name and some stuff about them?
I think we're gonna do that thing where the capital city is the name of the civilization. So it's both gonna be Rascal and so their most the most important settlement is a little more inland on the river, but they do have great might in their armadas. What armadas, you might ask, because they don't have any seas, but they have like across the seabed, they have what are they called? Like those land sailors that are.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah. So they're kind of on skis, on sleds.
Yeah, like hydrofoil-y kind of things.
Yeah, kind of.
Land foils, I guess.
Yeah. Terrafoils.
Terrafoils. That's awesome.
Which is actually a pretty good word. I'm glad you led me there. So that's where their might comes from. And also, to a certain extent, I think their alliances with monsters who maybe live in the volcano. And they also debate a lot. I just thought that was a funny one. I don't really have much to go on with it yet. So they might, they might have these huge heated debates, but it's all contrary to the spirit of the age. It's not.
They're not competitive. They just really like to.
Yeah, just for the pleasure of it, and when they have guests, that might be something that startles them to see them, having such this like passionate, seemingly raging debate, and then a huge, fantastic banquet. Like generous hospitality is that wealth one I chose, and open borders, which is part of the reason that their main city is, over to the, I guess it would be the east.
Yeah.
Right on the edge of another civilization, right on a river where you're always going to be getting people come through.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. And so do I start talking about relationships, or the others have to introduce first?
No, we're all going to introduce ourselves first.
Okay. My civilization is the first true demarchy, and if you don't know what a demarchy is, it's when you, it's a lottery from selected people. So it's you select who's eligible, and then you do a lottery from those people. Disregarding the spirit of this age, and its most important settlement is Casalina Catal, which is up here by the river that's in this territory.
Yeah.
Chose that were skillful and might have impenetrable fortifications, which is only helped by the fact that we're on this like shattered chasms. So like you got to get across to get to us.
Oh yeah. Oh, so I imagine there's okay. So there's huge like bridges and stuff like that over them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is this also getting you sort of the caves that you wanted, where it's built down into the walls?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Is this is the civilization built like into the walls? Like is it one of those kind of things? Oh.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's so cool. And there's a huge waterfall going into a chasm like near it. Okay, like I get it. Yeah. All right.
And this also ties into their awe-inspiring architecture, which is one of my 2 wealth things that I chose.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's very good. That is very, very good.
For rights, I chose their Byzantine codes of law because they're working on a lottery system. So things just get complicated because there are new people coming in all the time who have different opinions about how laws should work.
I love it.
And then
so good.
My last wealth thing is the rich bounty of their waters and skies, because we have the ocean over here and also the taiga. So I don't think that there's a whole lot when it comes to like natural flora and fauna, just like on the surface in the chasms. But there's like people living on the archipelagos and they have access to fish, and people who are right by the rivers have access to fish, and people who are in the taiga have access to like bears and things that live in forests.
Okay. Cool.
So, yeah.
Yeah. All right. My civilization is they're called the Kakastars. Because they follow, they are devoted followers of Kak, and their most beloved holy site is Kakas Mon, where Kak is buried. So the traits that I've chosen for them is that Kak has demanded that the way that they are ruled is through an extensive use of challenges, and that if you can challenge anyone to a physical contest, almost all of their rules and things are predicated on physical challenges. So they're known for their physical prowess because that is the only way you can get things done. As well as their unbreakable oaths and threats. The funny thing is that if you defeat a CAC in a strong arm competition, they will honestly believe you. Like, yeah, you got it. Like that is, and they swear by it, right? That is one of the things about them. The next part is their. I also chose their great heated debates, which is interesting because believe it or not, while things have to be like I think of their physical wrestling matches as kind of like duels, right? Like when you try to talk things out, and if it doesn't, then you're like, okay, we're wrestling at dawn, kind of thing, right? Like that's sort of what I mean by that, and you honor it. You honor the wrestle. If they pin you, you're good.
Muscles at dawn.
Yeah, muscles at dawn. Muscles in the morning. Yeah, so they're totally they're braggadocious, and they're like, and I don't want to be like, bruh, no, dude, I could totally do it, bruh, but no, they are definitely braggadocious. They love to talk a big game. And the last thing to know, and their thing that they maybe others know about them is the skill of their hands. They make really, really, really cool pottery. Apparently, like the soil and stuff between the two rivers is like something there. It makes really good clay and stuff, and they make amazing things with their hands. They don't use any tools other than like the kiln and stuff that's necessary. But like they craft everything by hand. Like your body, what you can make with your hands and that kind of stuff is like a huge thing about Kak. So like that is That's the thing. All right. So, that anyways, there we go. Those are our 3 civilizations, and now we get to do relationships. Relationships are sort of ad hoc. You don't have why we have lists for 3 here. We can make as many as we want. You know, you can. We're gonna take turns, and we're just gonna pass when we don't want to make one anymore. Okay. When we all pass, we'll be over. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Take a second to read.
Yeah. So, you might be wondering, well, how do you make a relationship? Right? There are relationship prompts under the age, and we'll be fleshing them out. You work with the other person that you're engaging the relationship with to sort of hash out what things are about. So people who are listening at home, they are blank are our rivals and match in power and glory. What do we compete over? Is this a bitter rivalry or a friendly one? The next one is blank are our trusted allies, longtime friends to our people. What forged this friendship? Is it still strong or has it turned resentful? The third one is our blanks are our bitterest foes and enemies. What caused the rift? Is our hatred resolute or has it softened? Then fourth is they are our trading partners. What goods do we trade? And is the exchange a fair one? The fifth one is our subject. Blank is our subjects or patrons. Who is the ruler and who is the ruled in this relationship? Is this hierarchy a welcomed one? Then the last one is there are estranged kin. What event separated us? What has stayed true to the ways of our ancestors? Who has stayed true to the ways of our ancestors, and who have dishonored them? All right.
Fun.
Any of those sound good? Kai, it's to you.
Yeah. I think I like the trading partners and peers, but based on your civilization's choice to embrace the competitive nature of the age, I think my civilization's not getting the better end of the deal. So I think you're probably exploiting. Now, what do we exchange? Because you have a volcano. Maybe sand for glass from the man. Every game I play recently, it's got sand for glass. Maybe something from the seabeds.
I think it's I think it's incredibly ironic that you live in a seabed and you trade for sand.
No, we trade it to you.
Oh, that makes way more sense. Holy crap! I was like, yeah. I thought it's volcano sand.
We must have all of the sand.
You don't understand.
Yeah, so that's the relationship for that one.
So we're trading partners.
Yeah. I'll start typing on that.
Yeah, I will record that one on mine as well, so I like that. Trading partners with the Rescal. Need your sand.
Yeah, because you're known for the skill of your hands, right? Did you say specifically what?
Yeah. I specifically said we're good with clay and ceramics, like pottery and stuff. I imagine is sort of our jam. So I like, yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. It's like that goes perfect with glass. Oh man, that means like, means Cacus Mon must be like this incredible cathedral with like stained glass stuff. Like built into a mountainside. Oh yeah. Oh, that's so good. Oh yeah. I think there's probably like 7 windows, and each of the 7 windows are like the 7 great feats of Kak. Like, oh yeah, this is a thing. This is good. I'm into it.
All right. So then it's to the next person, or I do it until I pass?
No, it goes to the next person. Good question.
Okay, I think that the Rescal are our long estranged kin.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So we need to figure out what event separated us, who has stayed true to the ways of our ancestors, and who has dishonored them. I think maybe whatever event caused the seabed to dry up.
Oh yeah. Wow. Of course. That's awesome. Yeah.
That maybe the sea that made up the seabed used to extend to the chasms, but it doesn't anymore.
Yeah, it dried up.
Is it dried up and it got replaced with the hills? So now we've been physically separated for an amount of time.
Yeah. The question is who stayed true to the ways of their ancestors and who dishonored them.
Yeah. I'll say that I'm cool with the Demarchy, the first two Demarchy having dishonored their ancestors.
Oh, no?
Yeah?
Okay.
In what way? In what way did you dishonor them?
Demarchy is probably not the original intended way that this civilization was supposed to be run. That there's definitely some kind of revolution, and that we've dishonored our ancestors by changing from whatever form of government the Rescal still have, to this weird Demarchy thing.
Yeah. What kind of government is there Rescal? What are they? Or what kind of people are they?
They like arguing. They've got allies in monsters. What do they have? Probably pretty like a much lesser version of the Kakistars in terms of, they're not going to be having a wrestle match to find out who's winning, but
that makes sense. Yeah,
going to be the most persistent and persuasive and potentially annoying in their argument.
That makes perfect sense. That's so good. Yeah, because I was thinking, yeah, that's super good.
What is that though? Just
Republic.
Yeah, just sheer force of argument and not shutting your mouth.
Some sort of democracy in some form.
Yeah, I think so.
Republic, yeah, or it's or maybe it's an oligarchy. I don't know. That's fine. We don't. This game's not about getting into the specific thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oligarchy is the first thing that kind of came to mind. So that if that's kind of what you took from what I was saying, I think I can deny it.
Right. For what it's worth, I was thinking that our group is while they're religious, I think the religious the followings of their great leader who's dead is it's not so much a religion, it's so much as a dogma that they follow. It's more like a philosophy and less a religion, so it's almost like a ecclesiocracy, if anything. It's they still carry the mantle of priests or whatever, but no one's really religious. It's just that that's sort of the thing that you give to teacher now, right? Maybe it was once a theocracy and stuff, and now it's just more philosophy. But the term, so priest or whatever or monk, still exists, but it means teacher now. Or gym, or the dude who teaches you how, or girl that teaches you how to deadlift. That's actually the term.
Your spotter.
Yeah, your spotter. Yeah. Yes. It's run by spotters.
Delightful.
That is really good. Excellent. Cool.
I think for the first round, I don't mind passing at this point.
Okay. I was gonna come up with one. God. I'm gonna make another relationship with you, Kai.
Okay.
I think the Rescal. I think we're more than trading partners. I think we're allies. However, I think it's turned resentful, and I think this is the reason why we're like bullying you.
Okay.
But what is it that irked us?
Can there be a civilization that's not one of us in that empty or that unclaimed area?
We could. It'd be more. I think it would be more fun if we kept it on screen with people. So,
Okay.
well, I mean, I guess the question is actually, yeah, like, what has the Demarchy done to soil our relationship? I think that's the answer. Do you have like better sand, or like do you have something that we need that?
And the Demarchy has sand. We have islands.
You don't have that artisanal, like, aged
No.
seabed sand.
What if encountering you and learning more about your the Demarchy's history, what if we think that, like, maybe you told us that it's true that you that you know the Rescal and the Demarchy were related at some point, but we just like you more. And now they're like, we're like down with the old thing, in with the new thing.
No.
And it's literally that guy looking over his shoulder meme in Civilizations.
You're the one in the red dress?
Yeah.
No.
Eyes of the Rescal. But to be, yeah. How's it going on? Yeah. Cool.
That's definitely not a one-way relationship, but I'm not sure how to phrase it on my end. Whoops. Okay, so maybe what's the first true Demarchy. Demarchy seems like they're running in on no. Don't autocorrect.
Oh no.
Oh, well, great. Okay, I'll keep working on trying to make this type. But the Demarchy seems like they're horning in on our relationship with our allies, the Kakastars. That seems like how they probably perceive it.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Mhm. LG. Oh.
Yeah, I'm done. I still passed mine.
Okay, so is it my go again?
Mhm.
Okay. I think should definitely have something with the Kakastar.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Can I suggest something? May I? Or
Yes.
you got it? What if we're also your estranged kid?
everyone's estranged.
Well, it could be a later split, or
Yeah.
it could be all three related.
Yeah. Can also be related. Okay. What events separated us? What's on this map that see we're very close together and there's no like good terrain to draw from.
The river. I mean, I think the rivers, for some reason, speak to me about
Yeah.
something about the rivers that we didn't. I don't know. Maybe we've forgotten. Like maybe this is like a recent thing. We just learned that we're from the, like of the same people through stories, and maybe that's also why we also like you a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we've split for forgotten reasons.
Yeah. Or, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And which one of us has stayed true to the ways of our ancestors and who has dishonored them?
I think we dishonored them, and I think you're
Okay.
using it to like to manipulate us. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I've already dishonored our ancestors once.
Yeah, I know. But part of me thinks like, what if we're not actually related? What if you're just using that as like manipulation of us? Or like, what if you beat our leader at a wrestling competition and we believe it?
That kind of works.
Would that make more sense as like our subjects, or should we stay with long estranged kin?
I'm fine with whatever.
Okay, I'll stay with long estranged kin.
Cool.
What?
All right. I'm gonna pass for relationships. Kai, are you passing, or do you have another one?
Yes, I already passed.
I'm passing.
Okay, cool. Then we go back up to the map, and now we all get a chance to sort of dictate a little scene about our civilization sort of doing like a great thing, right? Like either a great leader or a great group. Like they've done something maybe to impact the world, right? Like maybe they built. You think of it like here's a chance for you to build a wonder, right? Or do something cool. If you're going to interact with another civilization, talk with them about it, being like, yeah, we totally invaded you and we attacked this thing or something like that, right? Work it out with them. Yeah. So what was the greatest achievement of your civilization during this age? Kai.
It was
The
forming
Rascals.
alliances with the monsters. They lived in the volcanoes, and let's see, God.
Yeah.
Some combination of the hospitality and the debating, I think, led them to, well, I guess even the open borders part, to kind of play around a little bit with going inside the volcano or in through the sides, just exploring all that, discovering those monsters, and then I guess I don't know how you'd be hospitable to someone in their home, but I guess we'll expand it out a little bit into they were just really amiable about it, and so they've got these monsters as their allies.
What kind of monsters are they?
Well, I was gonna say I think it's monsters more in the sense that, well, I don't know. You tell me. Are all of our people
they're your friends. You tell us.
No.
Are they like bug people?
Well, no. Are our people pretty like people-y? Pretty like.
Oh, yeah. You're ostensibly human.
Okay, so no, these ones are fire.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fire spirits. Cool.
Yeah. Well, they're very physical.
Yeah.
They're not.
Oh, fire people.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you said insects, though. I kind of like that. So.
Well, one. ¿Por qué no los dos?
Exactly. So they're not. They're not precisely human shaped, and they're definitely not like horizontal scuttly bugs, but they definitely have more arms or legs than the people of Rascal or the Demarchy.
The magma mantises.
Oh, that's a good superhero. So yeah, I think not just discovering them, but kind of bringing knowledge of them to the rest of the world. They probably have some pretty useful and cool information, but that's not the thing that's exactly the most important to Rascal. Just the discovery of them.
Oh boy. Elle, that's amazing. I shared it. I shared it in chat. You did it.
Good. What is it?
It's the meme.
Oh, that was so quick.
It's one of my skills.
Lightning.
Oh, that's so good. That's so perfect. All right. So taming. So the friendship with the firebugs people.
Yes, and I am gonna stick with magma mantis because it's great.
Alliteration. Okay. Elle.
I think that we held a large festival in celebration of the shared ancestry of our peoples.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And it was like one of those big festivals that like lasts for a year.
Oh,
and
that's perfect. Yeah.
All sorts of like great and fantastic things were there. And like I think probably like the leaders of the three civilizations at that time met and had like a sort of awkward states dinner.
Family reunion?
Yeah. That's family reunion with a question mark is the caption to the political cartoon of this event.
I love that. Oh, that's so good because I was going to tie in that I think we built a new city out for the first time, one that would be closer to our kin. And so we're going to build it on the border of the river. I think we're going to build it on top. Now we're going to build it on the river over here. So like right in this area. The new city. But the city, why I say city, it's just a giant like bivouac tent party. It's just Burning Man. That's so good. That's awesome. Cool. Cool. All right. Then we've all done it. We've all done the thing for this age. Now we kind of vote and we discuss which civilization during this age, based on what we've spoke about, achieved or reached the greatest heights or the lowest lows, or or the lowest depths of this age.
So did the Demarchy deceive the Kakastars into believing they were related, or were they actually related?
I think that there's like evidence that could be taken either way of their relation, and that the first true Demarchy has decided to present the evidence in a way that makes it seem like it's very strongly for the fact that they've been related, even though the evidence is very weak.
Ambiguous. Yeah. I love it. Yeah, perfect.
I think I posit them as the
I will confirm that as well. All right, so Elle, you get to, for one more time for the Demarchy, you get to do something that's great to the world, right? Because your civilization has reached the apex, right? They have the golden age of this age, so you can interact with the world and change it in some way.
Okay. I built some bridges between these islands.
Ooh. Yeah, these great spanning bridges. Oh, that's really cool.
Just add some bridges here.
Put a bridge on it. Oh, that's so cool. Cool. And when you are done with that, you get to do us the honors of rolling a d10 and picking what calamity brings about the end of the age.
Okay. An 8.
Okay.
That is... Demons, spirits, archmages, or petty gods consume the world in arcane battle.
I know it. It's the magma mantises.
Oh yeah, they betrayed. Oh, damn it, magma mantises. We were this close to being friends.
They were the best deceivers of the age. Step aside, Demarchy.
Oh, the magma. Boiled again. Cool.
Knew your open hospitality would kill you.
I do now.
Should have wrestled him. Should have wrestled him.
Show him who's boss.
All right, so we're not done the age just yet. So now what we do is, as civilizations, we choose the one thing that we know that will live on from this civilization. We will describe how the civilization and the survivors took effort to ensure that this thing is passed on or continues. We take turns doing that. So either like a scene or just telling us.
The bridges? Just the one thing?
Oh, not yeah. No, one of the 4 things we chose.
Oh, one of the 4. Okay.
Right. I have my answer if you guys are still thinking.
Only one of them is tangible.
Yeah.
Why don't you
All right. They keep the skill of their hands. So as the Backomancers take over the world and everyone flees out of this place, the virtue of handcrafted artisanal goods is something that will stay around from CAC.
First True Demarchy is going to be remembered for their awe-inspiring architecture. Because these and the chasms, because it's carved into the stone, and like there's only so much that the magma mantises can do about that.
Yeah.
I think for Rescal, it's going to be their boats.
The terrafoils?
Yeah, the terrafoils. I forgot about that word already. Yeah, I think that's kind of the edge of their realm. So it's further away from where the magma mantises were. And, that's also mobility. So
yeah.
That's what survives of them. That's what's remembered.
Hell yeah. Cool. Cool. Then, now that is the last part of the age. Unless we think the magma mantises changed the world in some way, like they melted the tundra or did something, right? Like the terrain has, this world has fundamentally changed.
I wonder if they pop up another volcano.
Yeah, I was also thinking that.
They made a volcano?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm into it.
Maybe
so
a little more to the east.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move us to the second age, and we can put it on that map. And I'm gonna paste the whole thing, and I'm going to move that over.
Whoa, that's awesome.
And Roll20 is gonna be like, memory error. You have way too many things. Hey, map's done. Okay. Where do we want the volcano?
Somewhere there or wait. Just somewhere to the east of the ones that currently exist, I was thinking.
Maybe near where the tent city.
Yeah.
The new settlement.
Oh yeah, they raised the tent city and built a volcano? What?
Like from underneath.
They're like, oh, we'll show you a party. Oh. Damn. Damn it, magma people. That's so awesome. That is really cool. Oh, for sure.
All lava, can't lose.
Cool. Oh, we don't need the borders anymore. Zoinks. Cool. All right. Now we repeat the process. Now we're going to draw new civilization borders over the new civilizations in the next age here. The amount of time that's occurred between the end of this age, last age, and this age is nebulous. It is where we want. And so this time, L, you're going to be going and sort of going first here and picking stuff.
Okay. So first it's drawing, and then everything else. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yep. Your civ borders.
Okay. Let me circle the second age for.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I get to do that. Okay. Where do I want to be this time? Wasn't anybody down over here, so gonna take up that.
I think I'm going to take just the tundra in this top right.
Okay. That's good. Because I very much wanted the tundra, but mostly this chasm.
Yeah, it's a good chasm.
Oops, I'm offset a little bit.
Ah, it's okay. We go back and answer the questions on our Civ sheet.
Same locations or oh, you want me to the left this time?
Oh, we can probably just keep the same locations. It's just easy enough that way, positionally speaking.
Do we find out what what?
Oh yeah, we didn't do that yet. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the age.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't even follow my own steps. Yep. Define the age for us, Elle.
Another 8. Cruelty, betrayal, and callousness to make the very gods avert their gaze. Wait, no.
That's
8
9.
is high. No, that's 9. Okay, high science and widespread learning, the triumph of technology over nature. That's less depressing.
Far less. The age of science and technology. Oh, Grant, thank you for resubscribing, friend. Okay. Do you have a name for the age?
Let's make it the age of Mercury.
Nice.
Cool. The age of Mercury. Oh, yeah. Are we all challenging me?
I didn't
That's
hear.
right. No, we totally can. Yeah, you totally can.
Everyone hates this age of science.
It's what I was thinking, but I hadn't circled it.
I'm suspicious of this science.
I don't really know how disregard and challenge are different.
Right. Disregard is to be like, it's a time of war, and you're like, well, my civilization is a bunch of monks, and they live up in a mountain fortress studying weird magics. So they're not challenging the age because they're not like, they're just literally just above it. They're just doing other things. They are.
So it's the amount of actual
resistance. Yeah. It's a good question. We're still workshopping the wordage. Right, but like, for it, neutral to it, against it is the idea.
You know what? I'm going to embrace it.
Live your best life, you know? Oh. Golden H. Thank you so much for subscribing, my friend.
we put our important city and name everything?
Yes. Quick. My civilization. I'm gonna just hop back to the first stage real quick to see if it was. It did overlap with L's last time, the Demarchy. Okay. All right, so something else to consider, because it's the second age, not the first age. If your civilization is built on the ruins of a past people, choose one thing that they were known for which you have inherited. You don't have to.
Am I overlapping with the Rascal?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay. They were known for their great heated debates, right?
Yes.
Okay. Gonna scavenge that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's in the wrong place.
So I have to come up with a name for my group, but they definitely have some traces of the awe-inspiring architecture of the Demarchy.
What did they have? The Demarchy in the way of it was their Byzantine codes of law.
Yeah, they had Byzantine codes of law, awe-inspiring architecture, rich bounty of their waters and skies, and they had impenetrable fortifications.
I like the codes of law.
That'd be better to choose.
So that's in addition to, or is it? So if you take one from a previous civilization.
Oh, that doesn't count against it.
Okay. So then you have 5. You'll have 5 items.
Yeah. Works for me. Cool. Have we all done our civilizations?
I still need a name.
Okay, sure. While you're coming up with a name, can I go?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or are you? Or how about no? Kai, are you done?
No,
Are you coming up with a name? Okay. Yeah. Cool. So then, my group, the ones that live in the tundra, are the children of the Ice Mother, who challenged the age of science because it was their sorceries and their reliance on their frozen deity to stop the magma the magma mantises. Is it anti? I don't know. Anyway, that they are strict adherents to frost and magic. They hail from Lua. I'll write it up on the map. Luodin, the ice citadel. It's made entirely out of the ice that's not too cold to live in. They're known for their indomitable blood warriors. Which is weird because they replace their blood with ice from apparently some sort of religious spot, right? They drain you of blood and they replace it with this blue ice blood. That you're not. It's messed up. That kind of ties into the rituals of their gods. They do a lot of weird stuff with blood, like replacing parts with not cybernetics or anything like that, but ice prosthetics is kind of a thing that they do. they're all about the use of ice and crafts and crafting stuff with magic. So like their cities and stuff also have like several like huge like chasms across the like I don't know like I imagine there's like battles between the magma mantises and stuff like that have just left huge craters, and they built over them in ice. With apparently they might have stolen some of or like co-opted some of the architects who fled long ago for their skills, and they've relearned them. And yeah, and the last thing they're known for is their powerful arcane sorceries, and they're not to be trifled with because they're super insular. They don't want to deal with anybody. Like if you also don't worship the Ice Mother like them, then you're nothing to them. They're just a big old bunch of frozen-hearted jerks. That will draw their icy throne. Anyways, that's me. Did I buy enough time for y'all to come up with the names?
At least for me. It says note taiga is like coniferous forests. It's south of the tundra.
Oh, I got them mixed up. Yeah. That's fine. Thank you. That is good to know. Yeah. That's fine.
Okay. My civilization is the tapestry.
Oh no.
And our most important settlement is Sea Laps. It's on this island over here that's not connected by bridges. We're competitive, and we're also known for our indomitable blood warriors.
Ooh.
Two sets of blood warriors. I think that these...
One age, 2 blood warriors.
2 blood warriors enter, 1 blood warrior leaves. I think that for these blood warriors, that the ritual that they do involves like going down to the bottom of one of the chasms. I don't know the details of that, but definitely has to do with going to the bottom of the chasms.
Right.
They're also known for their spirit of competition and victory. I think that like making everyday things into like competitions in like a good natured way is like part of the way of life. Like bakers will compete over who can like bake bread that rises the most or rises the fastest, and like whoever wins, like it doesn't really matter. It's just that like everybody's always kind of competing a little bit.
Yeah.
They're known for their 1,000 tales and stories. I think that they're partially made up of like people. I mean, they're built on part of the ruins of Rascal, and they're also partially built on the ruins of the first true demarchy. So I think like together that they've adopted a lot of those stories from both of those civilizations, and they've been woven together like a tapestry.
Yeah.
They took the great heated debates from the Rascal. I think that that's become it's like less important in their government than it was to the Rascal, but tying in with their like spirit of like competition and victory, that it's still like part of making laws and governing is still like arguing for a while. And they're also known for their far-reaching trade routes. They have access to the sea and the access to this river that comes from the volcano.
For those playing at home, I'll bring up the map again. Can you show us again on the map what you were talking about?
Yeah. So you have access to the sea and these, and then we have also access to the river that starts here and goes down.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. I like the idea. So we've all built away from the mountains where the magma mantises are. So like, is that just like no? Is that just a no-go zone? Do we?
To an extent, it seems like.
Yeah, that's so
went
cool.
right up to it, but I was like, maybe I won't take a volcano this time.
I've learned my lesson. That stove is too hot to touch.
Yeah.
Maybe there's like earthquakes there now because you don't just like make a volcano without seismological ramifications.
Yeah. That is definitely the colloquial. That is definitely the idiom of this age. Compared to, you know, omelet, few eggs. All right. Kai, we've bought you as much time as possible.
Yes, I am good. I decided to stop switching between tools and just handwrite. So my civilization is the Unending Search, and their main settlement is the Tower, which is one hex up from kind of the chasm city of.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah.
That was the
in the taiga.
Yeah. So scroll back over. Oh boy. The thing that they retained from the previous civilization was the Byzantine codes of law, and I think that ties into with their vigilance against witchcraft and magics. Their well, yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was really funny. Yeah. I was like, "Whoa, guess what? I already chose." Very, very interesting. So I think actually these five tie pretty well together. Although for wealth, I took pretty obvious ones for a civilization embracing this age of science, superior technology, superb metalworking. They also have, that the chasms to delve down into and mine. I'm sure they're finding good stuff there, as well as whatever they're cannibalizing out of Castellina. I forget the name of it. Sorry.
It was long.
Yeah, Cassilia something. Yeah.
Castellina, and then something else to start with a C.
Yeah. The Demarchy. Yeah.
Kim Cattrall. So I'm not quite sure how I don't think their codes are the same, but they've developed from things that they've found in that city. And maybe it started out, as their civilization was young, they were going, in groups to find anything they could to build themselves back up, and so that kind of spirit of competition and victory began. But now that they're a little bit more not settled, but because they're still going out into the caverns and chasms trying to find stuff, but they've grown more focused on their research and developing the technology via their metalworking prowess and everything. So they've kind of switched to that more like academic competition and victory. Now their vigilance against witchcraft and magics probably comes from like half remembered or half understood records of the magma mantises, and just the concept of those is pretty wild. So they're like, okay, well, that's people being superstitious, or not exactly superstitious, people messing with things that they shouldn't have. And then they also have the great example of these blood replacing warriors, these ice people. So that's kind of their reaction to it. It's like, no, this is not the right way. The right way is to find that technology invent that technology, make whatever we find and develop better, not, worship some ice god and steal her blood.
Your loss.
Yeah, I like it. I like
Yeah.
You're outnumbered by blood warriors.
I know. I seem to be good at making the unpopular ones.
It's a hard knock life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Next up, relationship time, I think. Elle, do you want to start us off with the tapestry? Oh, why are they called the tapestry?
They're called a tapestry because of their thousand tales and stories.
Oh.
That's why I said it's like a tapestry.
Oh, because it's like a tapestry. But it's not literal. I'm sorry, I missed that part. Thank you.
Yeah. So that's why they're called the tapestries, because they're made up of these, like the remnants of these two civilizations that have been woven together.
Yes, that's so good.
Okay. I think that the children of the Ice Mother and the tapestry are our trading partners and peers. Got it. Blood warriors got to stick together.
I guess so. Yeah. Let's see.
What goods we exchange is our exchange a fair one or someone being exploited? Let's see.
We wouldn't settle for anything less than it being fair. So I think you might, if there is exploitation going on, we're getting exploited.
You have the spirit of competition and victory, but I don't think that it's like large-scale exploitation. I think that like maybe individual merchants will like sell things at a slightly higher price because they're like, hey, let's see how much we can haggle. And then the children of the Ice Mother are just like, yeah, that's a price. So yeah, I think it's fair. Yeah. What do we have?
Do we trade? Like, do we have mercenaries? Like, do we like trade it? Like, do we hire our armies?
Oh, yeah, we trade blood warriors.
Yeah, gotta collect them all.
Got some of the ice types.
Yeah.
Gotta discover the fire types.
Yeah. I think it's our blood warriors. I think it's almost more like an exchange program. Blood warrior exchange. Oh my god, it's a blood tribe.
Blood tribe. Oh boy.
We trade with the tapestry.
Now we spend a summer abroad.
Yeah.
Fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's funny. Cool. So it's to me. Oh boy. Oof. Yeah. The unending search. Obviously, we're not super happy with each other.
Mm-hmm.
We're bitter as foes and enemies. What caused this rift is pretty obvious. But what's not obvious is whether or not our hatred is resolute or time softened it. I'm pretty sure it's resolute, but I'm open. I'm open to smashing our expectations. So I definitely see us at odds, considering we're a representation of the old ways. And what not to do as a culture. So, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with the bog standard here. We're foes, and we're is it a Cold War?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for two reasons. One is the pun, and the other is the fact that we don't really have warriors unless they're the ones that we hire out in the tapestry.
Yeah. Unending search, more like unending jerks.
Ouch. Got a sick windburn from that. All set?
Yeah. Unending search, big old bag of jerks. They hate us in our ways. Yes.
Very good. So the tapestry is our ally. I guess that should be plural. The tapestry are our allies, long friends, and trusted trading partners. And I think this is pretty solid. What does it say? It says, not our exchange. What forged this friendship? That's the trading. And I think the stories actually are going to be a pretty effective part of it, because even though they're not materially useful, the people of the unending search are going to, find value in that new information and those different ways of explaining things or reasoning through concepts. So
even though we're challenging the Mercury age.
Yeah, because you're not doing it as blatantly and as like full of wicked magics as the children of the ice mother, yeah. So at least from our side, we think it's a strong friendship.
Okay. I think I'm good. I'll pass this round.
I think I want to be trading partners with the unending search. I think we need also to tie it into the age though. I think because you guys are your culture is doing a lot of mining from the ground. We need some of like I'm gonna put on the nose. We need the mercury. We need the quicksilver that you find in the ground. Maybe it's useless to you, but it's like, oh well, we'll take it. So it's kind of a trading thing, but I think you're probably getting the upper hand on of it than us or something. Maybe like we just, as part of the Cold War, maybe you like have recently stopped trading with us over it or something.
Yeah, or
the other way around.
Again, put too fine a point on it, we're doing ridiculous tariffs on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. You're taking advantage of us.
So then, no, I was trying to see how we might kind of like the counterpart of that from my side would be seeing you as subjects, but I don't think that's quite right because it's not a direct power that they want to exert. So I think the long estranged kin one is going to be the one I choose.
With the tapestry?
No.
Oh, with the children of the Ice Mother?
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
So,
okay. Hmm.
So, based on the thing about Byzantine codes and the fact that we think that we're following the uh, um, the spirit of the age, I'm going to go with the children of the ice are the ones who have dishonored the ways of our ancestors by, resorting to that magic to beat these the magma mantises. So let's see, how am I going to write this one down? Whoops. Get back here. Children of the ice are estranged kin. Traitors to the traitors to the
Was it something about the code of laws? Did we violate your code of laws or something?
Yeah, I think so, because I linked the code of laws to the vigilance against witchcraft and magic.
Yeah.
So that does work.
Yeah.
Traitors to the codes of our ancestors.
Yeah. But the weird thing is, the real answer to the question is, like, who turned their back to the ancestors is actually you, because the ancestors who got in trouble for allying with monsters is what we're continuing to do.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But of course you don't see it that way, right? Like, yeah.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I know. In your opinion, the Jedi are evil, of course. Like, it's... Sorry. Yeah, perfect.
Did you say sorry? Never say sorry for Star Wars references.
Okay. All right. Elle, you passed, but did you have another idea? Or... It's back to you.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm good too.
Excellent.
Okay. Then it's go back to you, Kai. Are you good?
Yes, I pass.
All right. Then we do our greatest feature. Get on the map. What our civilization progressed.
Man, what if we went to war against the unending
Search.
Yeah, unending search. What if that was our greatest feat? Was this big war?
You and I? Or just you?
I was saying just me, but since we have this exchange program,
that's what I was thinking too. Like, I immediately thought, like, oh, the exchange program means that we're allies. I'm sorry, like, I immediately was like on that. Yeah.
And
like, it can be both of us.
Yeah.
I definitely said that, the only might that we had was hiring the blood warriors of the tapestry. So that's inviting the Viper right into my bosom. Perfect.
You bring science and technology in this house? How dare you?
Here are all of our blood warriors.
I didn't order this many. We know.
Yeah, I think that is our accomplishment, is our war. I do think I don't know who, but we need one person to be the golden age.
Well, wait. What's my?
Oh yeah, what's your accomplishment? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Let me have something before you destroy me.
Yeah, please.
Oops. It's so this is affecting the world in some way, not necessarily choosing one of your 5 items. No, that's the what will you be remembered. No, last time I found something in a mountain. This time I can't find something in a chasm. Let me look at the map again. Oh, I have just a few islands and bridges. I think we established, in partnership with our great allies, the Tapestry, a fantastic library on one of the islands, which I'm going to draw. Or I'm just going to put a dot. That one. It's very tiny. It's the southernmost island that has a bridge.
Okay.
So the library of the stories that they've told us and or that they've found and collected and everything. But then also it includes some of the scientific achievements and advancements that are done up in the tower.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Love it. Yeah, it's
a little satellite.
Yeah, foundation.
Oh man, I'm drawing extra lines. Very good.
It's okay.
Oh, it's because I'm trying to pinch to zoom. That doesn't work.
All right. So who gets the age? Who goes to the highest high?
Well, can we answer the question? Which of you two, or do you two continue cooperating, or does one of you get the upper hand on the other?
I don't think it's made to last. I could be persuaded otherwise, but really, we were kind of just united in hating you. So tell you the truth. Yeah, no, it doesn't work out. I think you get the upper hand though.
I had the golden age last round.
And I was also thinking your blood warriors have magic.
Yeah.
They have the ice blood of a goddess.
Yeah, so actual magic wins out.
I think pretty possible. Plus, you had that more burning relationship, like that stronger hatred, I think.
Okay. Then I will accept the nomination of being the Golden Age. And for my impact is, I think I think they march on the magma mantises. And I think the mountains, the volcanoes back here are like completely covered in ice. And that there's another battle, from the bygone era. This struggle. And I think now there's just a gigantic like ice storm over these mountains, like all the time. Like I think it's sort of just like an existential fight that's happening in the heavens, but as a result, there's like the volcanoes are always active, billowing out smoke while there's this huge like blizzard pouring down on it, like all the time. And it's affecting all of like the hexes around it, right? Like they're all just covered in this ashy snow for miles. then I need to do a doom.
Do we need to do what won't be remembered for first? Or is that after?
It's after the doom.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so roll a d10. 3. Jealous gods rage and bluster, smiting mankind for their failings. Huh.
Man, gods both times.
All right. Okay, jealous gods. All right, I see you. So the clash expands until it just nullifies everyone, right? It's just like a nuclear winter situation of just ashy, like the sky gets blotted out by the blizzardy smoke and soot. And as we just hear the sounds of in the heavens of these clashes, and well, I guess they annihilated each other, and then we have that scene of the first ray of sunshine coming through, and then we're gonna go to our third age here, our last age.
But we choose what sticks.
The what will be remembered for in ages to come.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Forgot. We need to do that. As soon as I get access to Roll20 again. There we go. Sorry about that. You're absolutely right. Okay. Do we know what we'll be remembered for?
I do.
Yeah. The tapestry is going to be remembered for their thousand stories because of the library that the unending search filled with them.
That makes a lot of sense. That's super good.
Yeah, and really, with that same exact train of thought, I was going to do the superior technology.
Cool. And I was doing the arcane sorcerers.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say it's also their superior technology is also one of the things that led to them falling, it didn't lead to them falling. It led to them being attacked by the Blood Warriors, the United Blood Warriors.
United Federation. Yeah, so the whole world is sort of... Alright, so I'm going to bring you guys over back to... Here you go, you two. Third age. The whole world's been covered over with, this soot, so everything's kind of changed. Has the oceans froze at all during this? Or do you think they've... it's warm enough down there that it's not?
I'd like at least one of the island hexes to be ice locked.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
The furthest north one with all the bridges.
Mm-hmm. Sort of draw this ice around it. This whole area... Oh, I should do it this way because that would look too much like a border. Let me grab a lighter blue. Boy, Roll20 is chugging along to do this. We have hundreds of pieces of art at this point, I think. Just grab a light blue. So, like, I'm just going to color in some ice around the mountains. Because, like, while the rest of the world is kind of thawed out, I think this place is just permanently frozen. Same thing with the volcanoes. I think in the final, like, defeat or whatever, I don't know, like, I think with the God's Rage, I think the Ice Mother did win, in a way, and it's sort of like, but the resulting clash and destruction took everyone out, leaving just these giant frozen volcanoes that will never thaw, or maybe they will. Who knows? So this is the Third Age. Let me see what defines this age, because I guess it's my turn. Spirit. Diverse religions and varied faiths, a flowering of new beliefs and philosophies. Yeah, because our gods died. Awesome. So this is the age of the... the age of shepherds. And diverse religions. Mark that one down. Cool. All right. Oh, I don't think the ice fortress exists anymore. I think that was destroyed in the age. It makes sense to me.
Which one was that?
The ice fortress in the top right. This frozen citadel, the capital.
Oh, right. Your,
That thawed with the rest of the world. Okay. We draw borders. Yeah, I am gonna do it. I'm gonna take... It's kind of like my first spot. Taking this section, this chunk up here. Oh, sorry. Jumping around. Kai?
My roll 20 froze, so I just got back in. So let me really quickly get my drawing back. Okay. I think I'll take these taiga. A little bit of river. And one chasm. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna take this. Make my thing bigger. These hexes over here.
Yeah. Cool. All right, that looks good. We are... We've done our borders. Now it's the civilization creation time. Civilization creation corner is brought to you by the letter Q.
There are 4 ages, right?
In this game, we're only playing 3, though.
Playing 3, okay. I haven't really disregarded yet.
Nope.
Maybe I'll disregard. Whose lands have I drawn over? It was...
Overlapping whichever city this was.
That was mine. That was the tower.
Okay.
I don't think I'm overlapping any.
What? Awesome.
What did the tower?
It might be. No.
What did the unending search have that I can steal?
Technology, and you know what? Let me just look at the things instead of trying to jog my memory. It was both technology and metalworking, Byzantine codes, and vigilance against witchcraft and magics. And for might, it was the spirit of competition and victory.
Okay.
Cool. All right, I have made my choices. Oh, I have not given them a name. Oops. Let's call this. Okay. I have a name. All right, so my civilization is the Shroud. The most important settlement, and I'm going to start with them. Well, they embrace the age of many faiths. The most important settlement is New Cock. They have taken over the old frozen stained glass wasteland, and through some of the, I guess I imagine maybe the magma mantises kept slaves or something, and like some of the people there, they've realized this place is a great place of long ago, and they've been recently trying to like excavate it and make it habitable again instead of being frozen. So they're still uncovering the new things here, but they have seen the science saying that it's called CAC, so that's where they're going, and that's why they're calling it this. And they're known for their arcane might and machinery. It's kind of like technology. They're kind of trying to dethaw this place and keep it working, even though this place is totally frozen and inhospitable, because they know this is important. As well as they sort of have that defiant spirit of competition and victory. Like this is the thing they want to do. They want to recover this great city. They are known for their academies and libraries, which I think makes sense for their. I think maybe this has been a spin-off from some things saved long ago that were shared with them. And then lastly, they're known for their open borders and generous hospitality, as well as the skill of their hands. And I think the skill of their hands comes from the slaves and the people who taught them from the magma mantises, the old groups from here. But other than that, I think they're almost like nomads. I think they might have been nomads who traveled here, who heard stories of this ancient leader king that everyone followed, that is buried deep in the frozen mountains, and they kind of found it, and they're like, all right, let's do it. Let's see what's down in here. It would be like finding, I don't know. You found an incredibly important archaeological discovery, and so now they're all about it. That's my civilization. That's my book report.
All right. So the most important settlement of mine, I'll come to the name of it at the end, hopefully. The most important settlement is, did I isolate it or did I put it sort of by the border? I think I put it by the border. Yeah. It's by the border, but they're still well known for their insularity and their impenetrable fortifications. And part of that is because, they're up on the high taiga, so they're able to guard it well, being able to see everything coming, and also, pretty good forests. They have peerless archers in addition to those impenetrable fortifications. And so I have them disregarding the spirit of the age, which I think I'm taking to be that they're not going in the opposite direction of it, but there's not really a flowering of many different and varying ideas. They just have their own elaborate cosmology, and they kind of stick with that. I'm not really sure what that is yet. It probably has a lot to do with the elements based on the previous two ages.
Makes sense.
And I guess I was going to say, and relating that to the stars, but that's just kind of the way that cosmologies used to go. But this is the planet of this, and like in Japanese and Chinese, the planets are named by elements. But yeah, so maybe it's that they don't, because did the gods die at the end of the last one?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think they accept that, and they like that, and they just are sticking with their not quite science, but their explanation for the world as relating to, you know, fire versus ice, earth versus air, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, cool.
And the name of the civilization as a whole, I don't have yet, so I'll get back to you.
Sure.
Okay, is it me? So my civilization's the Divers, named after the way that they go down to the chasms. Are embracing the spirit of the age by just having a bunch of gods. We also have elaborate cosmologies, but we have multiple. We have many and varied elaborate cosmologies. Our most important settlement is Tusi, and it's built on the ruins of the tower.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes. Tusi is one of the like root words of tower, according to this Wikipedia article that I just skimmed.
That's so good.
We are learned. We have individual skill at arms. I think that like there's probably dangerous stuff down in the depths of the chasms. So people pretty regularly have to like hit big bugs or like the rock mantises. So everybody's pretty adept at that. For rites, they have their elaborate cosmologies and their rituals to their gods. I think that it's like everybody pretty much has like at least half an hour of their day that's like, this is the time that I'm dedicating to my god and my religious rites.
So it's all like an individual relationship with the gods.
Yeah. There's some like communal worship because we have many elaborate cosmologies and religions. But for the majority of people, it's like a very like, I'm going to go onto this like mesa and sacrifice something every day. And then for wealth, I have their lavish celebrations, feasts, and festivals. A lot of these are also religious based. When you have a bunch of gods, you have a bunch of feast days. And then taken from the Unending Search, we have their superb metalworking. I think they found a lot of like in the ruins of the Unending Search and of the tower specifically, that they found a lot of like worked metal, a lot of like beautiful objects, and that they've kind of adopted that as something that they too do because they have a lot of this territory in the chasms.
Yeah. Oh, that's so awesome. I love it. I love it when you reuse, reincorporate these other civilization stuff, being like, you made this? Oh, I make this now. That's so good. The Divers. Cool.
And I named them. I named the overall civilization is Carrion Min.
Karen Min. Ah.
Carrion Min.
Oh, Carry On. Sorry. Carry On Min. Awesome. All right. Relationship time. I have a trade relationship with the Divers for sure. Your metalworking and stuff helps make our arcane machinery.
Yeah, definitely.
But is that okay? Are we? Are we buying this based on a promise of like future things to be found in here? Are you like sponsoring our expedition?
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of thing.
Like if you keep finding cool stuff, we'll keep supplying you with the parts for your machines. And if you stop finding cool stuff, this is over.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so good. Perfect. Cool. Kai?
Looking at the map for the geography again. Wow, everybody has gaps in between. That's really cool. Well, I guess you guys are touching right at the corner there. But, definitely something with the shroud. And I think... Wait, it's so opposite. You have the open borders versus the insularity. So you guys have the patron relationship? Or trade?
No, trade.
Huh. I want to use one we haven't used, but I don't really see how that would work with either of your two.
Yeah.
So then rivals haven't really done.
I mean, maybe we don't have a relationship, you know?
Yeah. Could definitely be bitterest foes.
Yeah, it's always a solid one.
It doesn't have to be two-sided. It doesn't have to be a two-way street, especially not with a hermit kingdom.
Yeah.
Like I've made. So, yeah. Okay. Bitterest foes and enemies. I think time has softened it, and I think what caused it is, like I said, the way that you guys are pretty much the complete opposite of everything that I checked and described. So, yeah.
Yeah, we accidentally did that to you.
It's because I have to zoom in so close to do mine that I'm not looking at what else is being done until...
Yeah. I'm also not looking at what else is being done.
Yeah, so let's write that down. What's the name of yours again? The Shroud.
Correct.
Good grief, this thing is jumping all over the place.
I think that the carrion men are our trusted allies, longtime friends to our people, but this friendship has turned resentful.
Mm.
Okay.
Is it disagreeing about funding our stuff? Not to make it about me.
Well, the first thing I thought of when he said that was, but like, the second part of my relationship to the shroud is that kind of softening over time. So that could definitely, a shift in the way that the shroud and my civilization interact could definitely impact a long-standing ally. Like, let me scroll over sideways to the divers.
The divers.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's interesting. Either way.
God, I got all of the vowels wrong in your civilization's name. I just.
Oops.
None of these are right. Let me try that again.
Good grief.
Okay. Let's see. Carry on. Min, you and I are... Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we think of you as foes. I don't think we think of you much as at all of anyone. I think we're like obsessed with our like religious quest about finding out the stuff from the past because we know the gods are dead, and so we can only excavate. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna pass.
Okay. The kin one is always pretty compelling because it makes so much of a history automatically. Hmm. And the divers are the ones that go looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the divers are the ones who go into the chasms and they get the metals for the machines for the exploration, which is done by the shroud.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a pretty significant divergence, but still a little bit of a similarity there. I think there could be the relationship about estranged kin. And I think, let's see, what was the thing that you took from the previous civilization? Was it the technology?
I took metalworking.
Metalworking.
The secrets of the metalworking.
Mm-hmm. I still think that can work. So I'm gonna go with I was using. Yes. It's always weird to phrase this one with your own civilization as the ones who have dishonored the ancestors, but I think that's what I'm going to do this time. I'm not really sure how they would twist that to their own.
Yeah.
To their, I mean, the way you do it is saying the ancestors are wrong. And they were the reason that bad things happened. So we're kin to the divers to uphold the dangerous and what, trouble seeking? Yeah. Trouble seeking ways of our trouble seeking ways of our. It's another word for ancestors. It is forefathers.
Oh,
Our predecessors.
Yeah. Forerunners.
Perfect. Predecessors. Okay. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm passing. I'm done.
Yeah. I'm passing as well.
And me too.
Okay. We change the world. We complete our excavation. But we don't like what we find. Probably surprising nobody.
What is it that you find?
Oh, yeah. I think it's been, I don't think it was destroyed. I think all of the best pieces and stuff were just, were taken and used in the conflicts of the gods. Everything else is just, oh, no, there is one thing left. I think it's the great sarcophagus holding cock from long ago. Still sealed, and so we're gonna take that out and deliver it to. I guess we're gonna deliver it to the divers. That's probably fine.
We have an old body now.
Yeah. Well, I imagine. Yeah, and I imagine the sarcophagus itself is also like totally, covered in gold or gold plated and stuff. So it's like, well, whatever. This is probably worth it.
Probably.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So a great feat is that. Are you done, or are you still done?
Oh no, I'm done.
Okay. I think, especially since it's one-sided, let me know how you feel. from our great fortifications with our, what is it? What are the archers?
Peerless archers.
Our peerless archers, thank you. We fall upon the shroud and...
Do you take the sarcophagus?
Yeah. Nobody needs that.
Oh my god, you stole it! Oh!
I was just going to destroy you, but that was a really good, a really good suggestion. Thank you.
Oh no! Oh! Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, we're not really fighters, so yeah, you demolish us. Oh. You found this? I found this. So good.
Oh, no. Got a better way to say that. Yep. I'm done.
Okay. I think that the divers make a complete map of the chasms and the caves and their territory. That's something that hasn't been done before.
Oh. A network of the caves. That can't be good. Hmm?
There you go. Everything's fine. Nothing bad. It lives in chasms.
Yeah. I think. All right. With that, I think with those three done, we pick the civilization that's ascended for this age. I think it's Kai.
Yeah, you got the sarcophagus.
Exactly.
Also, I'm almost finished writing, and it's a pun. I did it. We descend to mine, leaving the shroud intact. Thank you. Thank you, Al.
God.
Amazing.
Okay. Excellent. I accept.
Oh, I think they accidentally closed the call. Oh no.
Oh no.
I accept, and she cuts off. The sarcophagus got Kai, everybody.
Yeah.
Obviously.
What was in the sarcophagus was the thing that makes Zoom calls close.
Disconnect the whole time. That's what was in there. Oh boy.
No, it was locked away for our own safety.
For everyone's safety. It is the worst timeline. Oh. Let's see. I'm looking for messages. Okay. Well, Kai's in roll 20 still.
Okay.
So.
Hi.
Hey.
God. Okay.
We're almost done.
Yeah.
You couldn't have it without one more issue. Where did it cut out? Right after I said I humbly accept, and then like.
Yep, exactly. You humbly accepted and then just ghosted. The sarcophagus got you, is what we figured.
That's good. That's perfect. Okay, so this is 1d10 as well.
Yeah. You have the chance though to make your mark upon the world, like a great leader.
Right.
Yeah, great leader and do the thing.
Okay. It doesn't feel quite. How can I make it be in character that the Oh, no, here we go. Oh, this is so mean though to you, Elle. Tell me how you do it. Well, using your map, the sarcophagus will be hidden very well down there, and the maps will be destroyed.
Oh no! Oh, you used the old thing against me. You are the worst. You are the worst. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. And only you. So you all only know the secrets. All right.
I think
we spent so much money on cartographers.
But I think they don't. I think when they destroy the maps, they do it for real. Like, insularity is their thing. Like, maybe the sarcophagus just doesn't fit in their cosmology either. So that kind of dovetails. Like, get it out of here and then leave us alone.
Yeah. The equivalent of dropping it in the ocean.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
So let me write that down.
That's super good. Yeah. And then the last thing you do would be to roll to see what brings about the end of this age.
God, there's several like really good ones that I want.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't put a space.
My favorite's always roll twice and combine. I just think that's just ridiculous.
I'm hoping for that one. And here we go. Nope, not roll twice and combine.
Also, not great horrors or bones.
Or
just what I was hoping for.
Nature rebels. Vegetation reclaiming the cities and beasts hunting humans. Huh. That's interesting.
Nature rebels. Is it something to do with your cosmologies?
It could be. I'm thinking maybe in the way,
or just like
we hide the sarcophagus, we make the sarcophagus be hidden in the mapped chasms, but then in addition to destroying the maps, maybe we start we blow the entrances to the particular passages, and it's not that we create a chain reaction, we do it, and the chain reaction is nature rebelling, and it's like all the cavern. Maybe not all the chasms, but a lot of what are chasms on the map fill in.
Yeah.
And now we have these really, really tall trees in these chasms.
Well, yeah, because the land of the Carrion Min is mostly taiga. So pretty foresty, and yeah, definitely kind of fits with that.
It definitely does.
They were already pretty naturey, and it bites them in the butt a little bit.
Yeah, it's super rad. Exploding Dice is hosting us, everybody. Thank you. You caught the tail end of our playtest. The very, very last part of the playtest. We were playing Ozymandias, as a game that me and my friend Luke have been designing. It's for world building, and we just destroyed our world.
For the third time.
For the third time. Yeah. So normally at the end of play, when you were like done playing the game, rather than describe like necessarily this is how the world ends, it's like, oh cool, that's our doomsday clock for when we play a game. That But anyways, I know we're a little bit past time, but can I indulge everyone for about 5-10 minutes? Ask for like what they thought of the game, and playing it.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm cool with any criticism. You can hurt my feelings.
No, I'm just trying so hard to get rid of this shape.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first, Elle? Because I want to.
Yeah. Or like favorite moment or something. Yeah.
Has very clear flow of play, which I like in a game.
Yeah, me too. I like it when games hold my hand and tell me what to do in each step.
I'd like more like relationship options.
Yeah.
I think that because we were like kind of running out of newer ways to do this, and we didn't even like do the whole 4 ages.
Yeah. Okay. More relationship prompts. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I felt it. I felt a little bit too.
Well, and we just kept defaulting to certain of them, so I don't know if that means that they were more compelling. The others need a little refinement.
Yeah.
Or both.
Yeah.
Or even perhaps because they're blank at the beginning, right? But even if it was even a little more Mad Libby, I don't have a good example for this. But if it was, blank RR something, we verb over down. Like, just because one of the and I love having a list of options to look at and then proceed to tweak, but sometimes it can keep you from going even further afield or out of the box.
Right. I definitely have been designing this game in the spirit of those like the prompts aren't supposed to be completely restrictive, right? They're supposed to just push you.
Not. We definitely did play with them a little bit, but
yeah.
There's definitely some of them that just like
either come up with like an Mad Lib set or more options. Yeah, I definitely get that.
Yeah, because we never used the patron one, and I find that one interesting, but it never like seemed to fit.
Yeah. Another thing I would definitely say is because we play with 3 people instead of the usual 4 for the playtest, is that there was a lot more empty space, and like having that 4th player does make a difference a lot, and just another one to riff off of. I think that played into some of that. Anyways, do you guys enjoy coming up with ages? Do you feel like you had enough time to spend with your civilization in the ages? Like, did it feel like that's right? Because I know this thing's going to be destroyed, but I felt like I had enough to go off of, right?
Yeah, and it definitely, for me, I felt like it picked up. Like by the middle of the first age, I was feeling pretty comfortable, and the second one, and then the third one, and the 4th one, it does flow very well, but it also that kind of cycle is very clear and easy to slip into.
Thank you. Fixing the onboarding process is something I'm working on. Another part I want to like improve upon, just so you all know, and it's cool I get to share this now and talk about it. I want to include ritual phrases and stuff like that. So I was actually gonna have like a Mad Lib kind of thing where like you design the world in the first age, like people together. I don't know, like the terrain, and talk about it. You know, like when you want the beginning of Conan, where it's like when the rivers drank Atlantis and blah blah. You know, the thing, like just have something like that for the start of the game where you could fill in stuff and get into the game. Like in between the ages, have another sentient kind of ritual phrase. And anyways, I'm glad. But yeah, this game, it's a game, right? It's pretty fun. It is. It's intended that we play a game in the world that you make, like it's designed for that. So it's otherwise it's kind of like just it's weird. It's kind of like a fun exercise in a way, and as well as a game.
Yeah, I think that like if you play a game in the world, then you get to spend more time with the civilizations.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. This is the first game I designed that's not out of spite. This game was designed to solve a problem. This game was designed to solve the problem that I'm not a creative DM when it comes to like, why is there a dungeon here? What is the point of this dungeon? And there's like, well, why don't I make a game that outsources that? Because I love the histories that stack up on one another, and like it's all kind of like mishmashy related over time, and that's what this game does. So that's why I like it, having that thing of these nods to these different cultures, and yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice in the future if we had GM power so we could flip between the maps, because I was like wanting to go back and look at previous things.
Yeah. Yes, Kai. Yeah. That was an oversight by me. I totally should have done that. I totally should have promoted you both to GM. But Kai, you said the perfect word. Palimpsest. Palimpsest.
That's why I typed it.
Yeah. The idea of writing on top of other writing.
Yeah.
That is exactly what I wanted out of this. But it turns out, though, in playtest, when you do this in real life, there's no way you can survive 3 ages on one map. There's just no way. There's just no gosh darn way.
But physically, to have them side by side on the screens that most people are going to be dealing with, even playing on like a pretty reasonably, like it covers my head tablet, it's a lot of like like zooming around. So
editing and layout's another thing. Like getting everything so it's easier to follow along. But I'm so happy that you two came on a story journey with me today and reinvented a world.
I came in kind of like, well, how is this going to be different from the Quiet Year, even? Like, because that's really the only similar thing that I've played, and I played it most recently, like less than a month ago, I think.
Oh, cool! Yeah.
So I was like, well, how is this going to be different? And it was exceedingly different in its scope. It's over ages, but also, like the particular questions were quite different because they were the same from season to season, age to age. So that was a cool thing for me to come in and be like, oh yeah, it's there's a lot of different ways to explore this concept of a world building game.
Yeah, thank you. Cool. Then I think with that, we're gonna probably wrap up. Let's do quick outros. Remind everybody what's going on, who you are, and where can people find you. Kai.
I'm Kai. I'm just on Discord, and that's about it.
Hi, I'm Elle. You can find me on Twitter at occasional_L. I'm working on my own RPG. It started out being about coping with a migraine, and it's kind of shifted into something that's about the social model of disability. So. Oh
wow! Okay, that's changed since Saturday.
Yeah, because after I got off the stream, I'm like. The next day I'm like, I should sit down, I should work on this. And I read about 2 paragraphs of this and I'm like, wait, no, this is about the social model of disability. Like that's what this game is.
Wow, yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Oh. Elle, it's a blast. It's a blast playing. Let me know when that game's in a spot you need a play test. I can do it for sure. Yeah. All right then, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. This has been the first streamed playtest of Ozymandias. I'm looking forward to tweaking it a little bit, getting in better shape. If you're gonna be at Go Play Northwest, I'm definitely bringing it. And the idea is that I'm gonna play this game on Friday with people, and then for the rest of the week, or we might either do another age and do like Swords Without Master in this world and just play around in it. So that's the plan. Fingers crossed. Anyways, that's it for us today. This has been Once Upon a Game. You want to play in games and random stuff, or you have a game you want to pitch and have people play, come to my Discord and get signed up. We play weekly. So that's it. Take care, everybody. I'm out of here.